Hey Gemini, it's Empress Rose here. Welcome to your reading. These are general readings, so take what works, leave what doesn't. Check your other major placements. If I don't catch your wavelength here, if we don't connect on this one. And if you haven't already, please do hit that subscribe button. It helps other people find the channel and gives me a little thrill. And we're starting off with my Monster Oracle deck of Moonology and Work Your Light, and then we're going to move to Welz-Stein's new Tarot of Mystical Moments. Now, we're used to me using the Oracle Mystical Moments, but she came out with the Tarot deck, and I'm absolutely smitten, so we're going to move to that. I'm still learning it, so I may have to look something up. But that'll be fine. Oh, I see, Gemini. Okay, fascinating. Well, emotions are running high. You know how you feel. You know what you think. You know what you want. There's not a big secret reveal here. Everything's pretty out front, pretty obvious, pretty well illuminated. You can see all the little craters, all the little everything going on that moon. There's not a big mystery going on here. Emotions are running high. There might actually be some high running emotions, some emotional intensity, but also there's not a big hidden. This is no subconscious issue running the show here. It's all right out there, front and center. You have initiation, rite of passage, crossing the threshold. So there's some sort of, crossing some sort of threshold. I've experienced this card as a birthday or an anniversary, but I've also experienced this card as, an initiation and rite of passage. Everybody in this industry has a story like that. Or, welcome to the club now. You're one of us, sort of. One of those sort of initiation rites of passage where, okay, now you're really in this business, or now this is really happening because, so you're crossing some sort of threshold here. So, and you know it. I don't think this is a secret threshold here. I don't think you're going to look back and realize, oh, that was the threshold. I think this is, as you're approaching it, what you're moving through. There's brighter skies ahead, a new world beyond, a little bit of treacherous little path here, though. It's not the tiniest opening ever. There's just some snakes and some, it's going to be a little tricky here getting through there, but you can do it. It'll be fine. You're going to cross it. You're not in danger of not making it there. And play, have fun, celebrate. Oh, don't be so serious. I also like this, crossing the threshold, celebrate it. Celebrate that crossing. You made it through. You made it to some other side. You've been initiated into the club. You've. This reminds me of my acting work, and director was really harsh on me. And later, someone was like, "Oh, you should have toasted yourself." They're not harsh on just anybody. They're only harsh on people that they wanna. Well, it was all interpretation. Anyway, it was a very interesting experience, but later people that knew that director better than I did were like, oh yeah, that was a great thing. Toast that, celebrate that, even though it felt a little harsh at the time. They wouldn't have done that if they didn't know you could handle it. So what was a difficult thing turned out to be something to be celebrated. So having fun, celebrate, don't be so serious, playing with your inner child. Celebrate your achievements, this crossing, this threshold, you've achieved something. Also, this has to do with detaching from the outcome, but I think mostly, just playing, just doing what you do and not being focused on exactly how it turns out. But I do feel like this is more of a celebrate, this crossing of this threshold. Maybe even of the new year. Maybe you're going to have a delayed celebration of the new year. Celebrating something very cool, or at least acknowledging, even if you don't get it. Oh, that was the rite of passage I was talking about. Is about a situation, again with acting, where there was 4 callbacks and I didn't end up getting it. But 4 callbacks, what the hell? But that was my initiation. It was okay. yeah, okay, we're really doing this, and detaching from the outcome and just celebrating the fact. You always celebrate a callback in this business, so celebrating the fact that that I got callbacks. Boy, I never talk about that. I'm blushing now on this, like, a different world. But I wanted to use it as an example of, even though you don't get it, it's still an initiation, still a rite of passage, still something to be celebrated for sure. Getting a second interview for that job, even if you don't get the job, you got a second interview, so enjoy that. All right, Gemini, this is your past, your present, your inner landscape. What's at issue? Your environment, your to-do list, and your possible outcome. Boy, this Four of Cups gets around this week. Wow. All right. So, in your recent past, we have Page of Wands. This could have been you. This could have been somebody else. Someone's very curious about something, looking deeper. They're intrigued. They're having a little intuitive niggle about something. And maybe this was you, or maybe this was someone you knew. The Page is learning, just starting to understand, just getting an idea of where something could go, what's happening here. And Wands are about intuition, sexuality, creativity. It's just someone's had some sort of, I want to call it a niggle, a little intuitive hit on something that's caused them to look a little closer, look a little deeper into something. It's piqued their curiosity. We don't always know, what to look at. What do I want to say? Your intuition's going to give you something, has given you something to look at a little closer, look at a little more in depth, inspect it, see what's going on over there, because something's caught your eye and it's time to look a little closer. So you're just starting to learn, just starting to figure out just the initial observations of something. It's caught your eye and you feel like you should maybe head in that direction. In your current situation, whoa, you've got the Lovers here. You've got, wow, whew, she really goes for the soulmate vibe on this one. The birds of a feather, connection, deep connection. But it's, as with so many of these choices, the thing we're most deeply connected to, the thing we're getting that intuitive hit on, the thing that's drawing us towards it is unconventional, and there's a sense of they each have a part of each other that's part of themselves here, but the Lovers usually presents as a choice. Are we going to choose that which matches us perfectly, or are we going to go for that which calls our soul, that which has caught our eye, even though it's unusual, even though it's a little bit strange and a little bit odd and a little bit unconventional here? Are we going to make that choice? Are we going to decide to live a life of love, to live a life going towards what we love and not just living in fear, but going towards something that we love? There could be some sort of soulmate situation here. This also reminds me of her card in the other deck, of the two people from very different worlds. Ideas and emotions. I love the butterflies here. You're nervous about something. There's something that you really love, but it's very unconventional. It would be a very unusual choice to go towards it, and there might be some blowback, some issues. But it does. The Lover's card does always raise the question: do we go towards what we love? What do we love, and do we go towards it? It's very obvious to you what I'm talking about. I think there's something here that you really do want, that you really do love. It is a little bit unusual, but you're very clear about that's what you want. And then you have this Nine of Cups here. Man, talk about love! Holy crap! I don't know. I don't usually do pointed readings about relationship readings, or I mean, I do if you do a personal reading. If you book a personal reading with me, we can do, whatever tarot wants to talk about, or a romantic relationship, or whatever you want to talk about, career, whatever. So, and these generals, I try to keep it as open as possible because so many of us are at different points in our life doing different things. And the wisdoms held within this can apply to many different situations. So, lengthy lecture aside, I'm getting a very relationship-y vibe off this one. Nine of Cups shows up here in your hopes, hoping for a win. Look at those trophies, those emotional, good health, satisfying trophies she's got her. They're spread out like Benjamins here. Just look at it. And you want to show it off. You want to show off your emotional health and well-being. You want to show off how much you've grown. You would like something to show off. You'd like some sort of very satisfying satisfying, very emotionally satisfying win here to show off. And that's what's on your mind is this success, this emotional success. You have some choices to make and what you really want. And it looks like you're pretty cued into what you love, right? Because it's pretty obvious emotions are running high. You're pretty cued into something that you love and something that you want. And you're really gunning for it. You'd really like this to happen. That's your hopes, fears. What's at issue here is this Queen of Cups, though, in reverse. My goodness, the cups. We've got some cups here, and we've only got 3 cups here, but still. Very emotional reading here. Queen of Cups reverse. Oh my gosh, someone doesn't know how they feel. There might be, you apparently know how you feel, but there might be some emotional confusion here. The Queen of Cups is usually very internally focused, very focused on discovering how she feels, on bringing up her emotions. The Queens I always view as very internal, and they're dealing with the universe within, and should be dealing with her emotions and her feelings and understanding them and bringing them forward. But there's not been an emotional communication. There's not been an emotional movement. There's not an inspired emotional connection here. Are you wanting to fall in love, but you're not having an inspired emotional connection? You know what you want. You know what you want. It's either not showing up. What you want isn't showing up, or it feels very confused. There's something conflicted and confused about it. Well, the Lover's card is going to bring up a question. Why do we have this question, right? This question has some conflict here. There's some question. This is a questionable choice because it's unconventional. It's not obvious. And our hearts always seems to pick the least logical option. And so it creates problems. This is the pot stirrer, the heart is of life, right? And so this Queen of Cups, this could be the pot stirrer of life. Somebody here, it could be a person. Could be a person that you know that isn't very in touch with their feelings, or isn't very clear on how they feel, or isn't available for what you want, for the way you want this to go. Someone here could be very unemotionally available, emotionally confused, conflicted. Yeah, there's some sort of emotional conflict here. You want a win, but something's really drawing your eye. You have an intuitive hit on something, but there's it's conflicted somehow. There's some sort of issue with it. It's not like this clear, obvious choice that you can just walk right into. There's going to be blowback. There's going to be issues. And somebody here, there's some sort of emotional issue that's holding this back, holding you away, keeping you from your 9 of Cups here, your victory, your win, and this choice. There's a difficult decision, even though you know exactly how you feel. Somehow this decision is there's something going on here that doesn't make it a clear choice. In your environment, you have this 4 of Cups. So 4 of Cups it's about an offering. It's about something being offered. And here either the offer is refused or the offer is just unseen and unacknowledged. There's an offer here in your environment that maybe you're not wanting. Maybe this is the path that you don't want, but it's being offered to you. There's also a sense of protection with this. Protection being offered, but not acknowledged, not understood, not seen or felt even. Although it's hard to imagine she doesn't feel that part of herself is not getting dry. But her back is turned to whatever. Oh, now I'm seeing even more. This card, not the prettiest card in the deck. I mean, I think the prettiest one we've got right here, in my opinion, is this one. This one wins the beauty contest. But this one's very intriguing to me because her back is turned. There's an offer here, but there's a back being turned to it. So, you might want to win, but someone's not available, not emotionally available to you. So there's some sort of offer. Someone's got their back turned to the offer. They're accepting it. Well, they're not batting it off. They're just kind of ignoring it, pretending it's not there. So that's in your environment. That's somebody else or the situation or some other situation or the situation, part of this whole situation. It looks like it's very cohesive with the rest of this, as far as something being offered and the offering being either ignored. It's not being refused, it's just being ignored, just not acknowledged. And then your to-do list. And I'm not seeing these so much as to-do lists, but the thing that you are looking for an opening to engage with is inner strength, patience. This is taking a lot of patience, because someone else might have to wake up here. Someone else might have to wake up before they can really see. And this, oh, wow, this play detaching from the outcome. This could be you needing to offer some protection, needing to offer something, and detaching from the outcome of whether this person acknowledges it, whether they want it, what they want to do with it. We really, so much of our life has to do with us bringing ourselves into a situation, bringing ourselves forward, bringing what we want, stating what we want, and then just letting the chips fall where they may, right? So we're offering, you could be this goose offering something, and this person's not able to accept it, not able to receive it, or doesn't even acknowledge it. But that doesn't mean you don't bring this in, right? So that just because that's what you want to do, right? So you're doing what you want to do, and the other person may or may not like it. But so that's what I mean by this play card, even though you wouldn't really think to combine these two. But the play is taking action, doing what you want, regardless. Not, I mean, if someone's telling you to fuck off, you fuck off, right? But you're not trying to play the outcome. You're trying to play yourself. You're trying to bring yourself in, and the outcome is out of your hands. So that's what could be going on here. And then you're coming under this Lover's card. You're going to have the strength to choose to be yourself, to choose to move towards love, or to choose to have patience while this Queen of Cups reverses herself around and gets more emotionally available, or he or her becomes more emotionally available. Strength, patience, inner strength, self-control. This is your inner beast, and it wants to bite you, and it wants to play rough. But you're gonna, oh man! And I see two people here. I don't know quite what this means, but this person has made herself part bird in order to make this work. And this person has disguised herself as a lion in order to work with this. So there's some sense of disguise here, of becoming more like something else, becoming changes in adapting to somebody else, to somebody else's world. So anyway, your to-do list, I don't think you have to look too far for it. I think it's plopped in your lap. You need to have some strength, you need to have some patience, and you need to have some self-control here while whatever is going on here gets itself figured out. Because it seems like you know really clearly what you want, and you're willing to adapt, and you're willing to make the necessary adaptations and changes, but it looks like somebody else may not be there with you. So you're going to need some patience, you're going to need some strength. Or this could be a work situation as well. And then your to-do list, 8 of Wands. Not your to-do list, but what's coming at you, what's coming towards you. Lots of communication. I love this card too. Look at it. It's a like open, free communication, moving quickly. There could be a lot of communication. You're going to need some patience through a certain part of it, and then it picks up, and then there's like some free and open communication, possibly a reason to celebrate, but lots of movement, free-flowing movement and communication and flow, and things eventually move forward, but for now you need some patience, you need some self-control. Maybe someone's wounded and needs to be healed for a while, and you're going to have to be patient with that process and adapt to it. There's a sense with this strength card of adaptation for sure. So the overall reading is there's a choice, there's a decision to be made to move towards what you love or stick with something more conventional. And you're going to need some inner strength and some patience while some things happen, and some adaptability. You're going to have to be adaptable, which is a lot of what patience is adapting to the situation. allowing it to play out while you hold your horses and allow somebody else to do what they need to do and to take care of themselves. So, but then there's some communication and some, I don't know. So those patients, this inner strength card, this could be the initiation of needing to hold your horses while something gets worked out. It could be pretty, with whatever you're dealing with, is pretty common. You know how you feel, but something's got to get worked out. All right, then we have topsy-turvy energy here. The Divine Mother's love. If we don't trust our divine connection, we can feel like a lost child, uncertain, insecure, and afraid. Yet when that child knows that the mother is always there, waiting, naturally stepping in when needed, but otherwise trusting the child's ability to live his own life, then getting lost for a time is just part of the adventure. It is not frightening, it is freeing. So, getting lost for a time. That's kind of what this feels like, and someone else may be lost for a time, and you just need to have some patience and some strength. Meet them right where they are. Dawn. Ride with spirit unbroken. I have been with you, my wild one, throughout every challenge to your free spirit, encouraging you to rise, believing in you. When you were shamed, denied, judged, and ridiculed, I was there with you. This is Kuan. I went through it all right along with you. I knew that the time would come when you would be ready to rise above those experiences, to let your wild heart be free, and now is that time. All right, beautiful reading, Gemini. Happy New Year. Thanks for watching.